The year 1914, a world on the brink. The Great War, a conflict so colossal, so devastating it would forever alter the course of human history. From the trenches of the Western Front to the distant shores of Gallipoli, a generation would be sacrificed at the altar of war. Empires clashed, alliances shattered, and the old order collapsed into a maelstrom of violence and chaos. New technologies of death emerged: machine guns, tanks, poison gas, transforming warfare into a mechanized slaughter. The world would never be the same. The seeds of this global conflict were sown long before the first shot was fired. A complex web of alliances, imperial rivalries, and nationalist tensions had been steadily tightening the grip on Europe for decades. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914, provided the spark that ignited this powder keg. Austria-Hungary, blaming Serbia for the assassination, issued a harsh ultimatum. Germany, bound by treaty to Austria-Hungary, pledged its unwavering support. Russia, Serbia's protector, mobilized its vast army. On August 4, 1914, Germany declared war on both Russia and France, its forces surging across the Belgian border in a bid to knock France out of the war quickly. Britain, bound by treaty to defend Belgium's neutrality, declared war on Germany. Within a matter of days, the great powers of Europe were locked in a deadly embrace. The world bore witness to an unprecedented outpouring of violence and destruction as the war raged across continents. On the Western Front, a brutal stalemate ensued, characterized by trench warfare, a nightmarish labyrinth of mud, barbed wire, and death. Millions of men faced off across no man's land, their lives sacrificed in futile attempts to break the deadlock. From the Somme to Verdun, the battles of the Western Front became synonymous with unimaginable carnage. Machine guns mowed down attackers in their thousands, artillery barrages pulverized the landscape, and poison gas choked the life out of countless soldiers. The Eastern Front proved equally brutal, marked by sweeping offensives and crushing defeats. Germany, led by the strategic brilliance of generals like Paul Hindenburg and Erich Ludendorff, inflicted a series of crushing defeats on the Russian army. The war extended far beyond the battlefields of Europe, engulfing the globe in its deadly embrace. By 1918, after 4 long years of devastating conflict, the tides of war began to turn. The entry of the United States into the war on the side of the Allies in 1917, bolstered by fresh troops and resources, tipped the balance of power decisively. Germany, exhausted and facing mounting pressure on all fronts, finally crumbled. On November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., an armistice came into effect, silencing the guns on the Western Front. The Great War was over. The world rejoiced, but the celebrations were tinged with a profound sense of loss and uncertainty. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended the war but sowed the seeds for future conflicts. Germany, burdened with crippling reparations and blamed for the war, felt humiliated and resentful. The echoes of World War I reverberated long after the guns fell silent. The war shattered the old world order, ushering in an era of uncertainty and instability. The rise of totalitarian regimes in Germany, Italy, and Russia in the decades that followed can be partly attributed to the social, economic, and political upheavals wrought by the war. The war also had a profound impact on the arts and literature, as writers and artists grappled with the horrors they had witnessed. The war accelerated technological advancements in fields such as aviation, medicine, and communications. The use of tanks, airplanes, and poison gas forever changed the nature of warfare. The First World War was a global tragedy of unprecedented scale, claiming millions of lives and leaving a legacy of trauma and destruction. The echoes of this global conflict continue to resonate in the 21st century. The geopolitical landscape of Europe and the Middle East, shaped by the treaties that ended the war, continues to be a source of tension and conflict. The rise of nationalism, a potent force in the early 20th century, has re-emerged in recent years, challenging the post-war order. The lessons of World War I, particularly the devastating consequences of unchecked nationalism and the importance of international cooperation, remain as relevant as ever. The sacrifices made by those who fought and died in the Great War must never be forgotten. The echoes of World War I serve as a constant reminder that the peace we enjoy today is fragile and must be cherished and protected.